For today's good question, Dennis asks, how are schools designated Division I, Division II, or Division III? Well, it mostly comes down to a school's size and the resources they have for their athletic programs. According to the NCAA, there are 350 Division I schools. Those average around 9,000 students each. The 310 D2 schools average 2,400. There are actually more D3 schools at 438, but they only average 1,700 students each. There are requirements for the number of sports schools in each division must offer. There's also a difference in scholarships. D1 and D2 schools can offer athletic scholarships while D3 schools can't. But the NCAA says 80% of D3 athletes do receive non-athletics aid like grants or academic scholarships. And the NCAA isn't the only athletics conference for colleges. Others like the National Junior College Athletic Association and the National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics also exist. Schools like Georgetown College and Campbellsville University are members of the NAIA. If you have a good question, you can email goodquestion@wkyt.com. I'll see you on WKYT Mornings.